In South by Southwest, and this morning we're so excited. We have Morgan Spurlock, who's the director of the new documentary called The Greatest Movie Ever Sold. And
Palm Wonderful presents The Greatest Movie Ever Sold.
I'm sorry, that's right. It is about product placement. And Jeremy Chilnick, who is the producer of the movie. Thank you. And of course, you brought...
I even brought you your own palm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Do I need to drink it? Is that part of the deal?
No, I have to drink it. You don't have to ever drink it.
So let's talk about the movie. What is it about?
It's a film that looks at the entire world of kind of product placement, marketing, and advertising. And we get the whole film paid for by product placement, marketing, and advertising. So literally the brands come in and pay for us to make this movie that literally rips open the world of product placement.
And you are wearing product placement this morning.
I am.
See the suit jacket.
I am very product placed this morning.
He is a dressed up NASCAR driver.
NASCAR chic.
Yes, NASCAR chic. Yeah. Well, Jeremy, talk about what the overall point of trying to demonstrate to audiences with product placement.
Well, I think what we were always trying to say was that, you know, it seems that we've gotten to a place in our world right now where somebody's always trying to sell you something. You see advertisements all the time, everywhere you look, every time on TV, where you walk. We live in New York City, you can't walk down a city street, go into a cab without somebody trying to sell you something. So this was our way of looking into this world where it seems like we kind of haven't almost reached a tipping point.
Yeah, and what movie gave you guys the idea, or television show, I guess?
It was a television show. Yeah, it was inspired by Heroes, you know, which I was a huge fan of the show. And then one morning, you know, Jeremy and I come into work, and we'd just seen that episode from the night before, and we were, like, livid. We couldn't believe it, because there was an episode where Hayden Panettiere, the cheerleader, comes outside of her school, and her father's like, "Honey, your mom and I are really proud of you." And he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls out some keys, and as he does that, the camera dollies past the front of the Nissan logo on the car, and it cuts back to her, and she goes, "The Rogue? The Nissan Rogue? I can't believe it's the Rogue. Oh my gosh, Dad, the Rogue!" And I was like, really? That's where we've gone. We're at that place right now where it's like we're talking about all these things in TV. And they did it a couple more times in the show, and then we came into the off-six day and talked about all the TV shows, all the movies that are doing it, and we said, we should really look at this in a film and make it a lot of fun.
Well, and so what do you hope people take away from it? Because a lot of times I think product placement's there to kind of add a realistic aspect to things.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing is, like, I live in a world where I drink Palm, and I wear Merrells, and I wear,
fantastic.
Yeah, you wear Old Navy clothes. Like, these things are real, and I don't want to, like, see somebody drinking like a beverage or soda. You know, those take me out much more is when they create fake brands. So what I think is much more important is that people are aware when they see things, because I think that people aren't realize that literally every time you turn on the TV, every time you look at a film, you're still being sold something by someone.
All right. Well, Jeremy, what was the most shocking thing that you came out of the movie?
The most shocking thing. I mean, we explore one scene where we talk about neuromarketing, where people are literally, you see Morgan actually, he goes into an MRI machine, and then his head is literally blasted with commercials.
And they're doing this to make commercials better, to like really tap into the desire centers of your brain. They show people these in MRIs just so like they'll make you want it, they'll make you crave it, they'll make you love it. It's remarkable.
Wow.
Yeah. For me, the most shocking thing was actually that brands actually paid for this. I mean, the whole budget of the film was $1.5 million, and the fact that we got companies to actually come in and pay $1.5 million for us to make this movie is phenomenal.
And they were fine with that, because they're getting product placement.
They're getting product placement. You know, I think they're kind of in on the joke, but at the same time, I mean, I think the film is really, you know, kind of revelatory. Well,
and you've made so many interesting documentaries over the years.
Thanks.
Besides this one, what would you say you're most proud of?
Oh, I mean, I'd say the thing I'm most proud of is our TV show 30 Days that we did for FX. I mean, we got to cover so many topics over 3 seasons. We did 18 episodes of that show. It was great. I love the Super Size Me. Every time I see a kid on the street, he says, "I watch it in my health class." You know, like the fact that they're showing that in schools to kids is amazing. So, yeah. Well,
and Super Size Me is where you went out and had everything from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten McDonald's again since you did that?
Absolutely not. No. But I did have some amazing pulled pork barbecue here yesterday.
Well, you know, you can't go wrong in Austin.
As God intended. That's right, exactly.
You don't need fast food in Austin because there is amazing food here.
No.
Yeah, I have not been able to look at fast food the same way after seeing that documentary.
Yeah, but I love a good burger, like a good burger that's, you know, actually made by like a mom and pop place on the corner, like a real burger joint.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to mention where your movie is going to be playing tonight, or this afternoon rather. The Greatest Movie Ever Sold.
Palm Wonderful presents The Greatest Movie Ever Sold.
Wonderful. We got to remember the sponsors. 4:15 this afternoon at the Paramount, and you guys are also in town for The Other F Word.
Yeah, The Other F Word premiered last night. It's a film all about rock stars and punk rock dads who have literally, you know, bucked authority their whole lives, and then suddenly they have kids and they become the authority. So what do you do at that point? It's a great film, and it's playing again tomorrow and Thursday. Well,
and if you can't catch the great Palm Wonderful presents The Greatest Movie Ever Sold.
Very good.
If you can't catch it, is coming out in nationwide,
Absolutely,
right?
April 22nd. It'll be opening nationwide, so they can see it then.
Awesome, because everybody has a badge. So good to have you guys on. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You're so funny.